Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Danae, and I'm here with a message for you. Ooh. As you can see, I got some new cards, and I'm really excited about them. I went out on the limb the other day, was like random, that I was like, I've always wanted gold cards. I think they're so pretty. I hope they read well on camera because they're like the foil covering and stuff. And I don't know why, but I never really did my research, to be honest. Don't know what my mind was doing or what entrapment that was, but I just always assumed they must be expensive because they're so pretty. And I just randomly searched on Amazon, like, let me just see how much they are. And when I saw the price, I was like, what? Instant drop into the cart. And here they are. And I'm so excited to use them. Now, of course, even as when I first started this channel, if you remember correctly, or if you don't, either way, I had the regular cards, and just them being new, they can be very slippery before your oils get into them and, you know, they start to really converge with your energy. These even more so because they're like that foil covering. You can see they're very shiny. They're really built not to fold, not to crease. And I struggle to believe if they'll ever really truly get that friction, you know, as a reader, if you know, like that friction that you kind of want to have after a little bit of wear and tear to have more control. So all that to say is that I'm really excited to use them, but they are extremely slippery. So please just give me grace and bear with me as I kind of get used to them. And also they're a little bit bigger, which is harder to hold. So with all of that in mind, you know, just be patient with me, please. And I appreciate it in advance, okay? But other than that, I'm excited to use them. I'm so excited. And just so you know, like I have the, now, like I was used to getting my cards like at a store, which probably now in hindsight was much more expensive than even Amazon is, now that I'm doing the comparisons, because most of the decks that I would get were at least $30 plus, and that was just for the normal rider weight. So anything special, I just always assume must be much more than that. But lo and behold, these were a steal. So I was about to say, like, I definitely am excited to add more cards to the collection. Really, to be completely honest with you, like my ambition outside of maybe like one or two other commercial decks, like the Kipper deck, I definitely want, because I just think it's cool, it's mysterious, and it's interesting. And the Sexual Magic deck, I think that's what it's called. I like that one too, because I feel like that would be a challenge for me. And it would also evoke a different type of energy for more love readings, which both, you know, you can barely show the damn star card on YouTube these days anymore. And these are a little bit more detailed, I guess I would say. Like the boobies are a little bit more pronounced than my old cards. So, I mean, lucky for me, I'm not quite monetized yet. So there's really not much of, a penalty, I guess I should say, at this point. But generally, you know how YouTube is, and you can hardly do anything anymore. But outside of those two decks, my dream is to really work with more of the decks of other readers and spiritualists that I actually respect, you know, that I value in this spiritual space and community. So like Maji Got the Tea has a Chosen Ones deck that I've always wanted that. Shavi Zane, might as well give some shout outs right now to some other readers that I really value and appreciate, and their energy I trust. So therefore I would want to, I would want to promote their products. Shavi Zane has a couple of decks, I think now, but there's one that she has that's like a decree and declare deck where it brings up different declarations for you to either speak out loud or to write down or to burn. It's really highly activated for particular rituals, especially during like moon cycles, full and new moon cycles. Who else? Oh, Ghetto Nun. Her deck is real fun. It's called I think she has two now too at least, but she has the tune-in deck. I think that's her deck. That she created. And then there's something else that she has, or maybe I'm mixing it up and she used to use the tune-in deck a lot and she has something else. I don't know. But I know that I definitely would want her deck because I fucks with the Ghetto Nun. And I mean, none of them do I watch like religiously. I don't really watch anybody religiously anymore. I kind of just feel guided where I feel guided. And if a message resonates or a title resonates, then I might pop in. But just generally off the energy alone, like definitely fucks with her. And Mystic Beauty also has a deck. She has actually quite a few, and her decks are a little expensive, but she has like an easy tarot deck that I would love to have. I used to want it when I was really trying to like sharpen my skills. I mean, it still could be valuable because I see people using decks like that where the definitions are pretty much on the cards, and that could help with more easy reading. And you know, because 78 cards, sometimes you just need quick words and cues to really spark the channeling. So she has a deck like that. I think it's called the Easy Tarot or something like that. And then she has another one called I think it's called Star Child, the Star Child Oracle deck, or Star Seed. I think it's Star Child. And that one looks cool too. So anyway, those are a few readers that I ride with, you know, that I could vouch for energetically in terms of what I've experienced from them in this YouTube space. And so therefore, that's the type of energy I would want to work with and incorporate into my messages, just a FYI. And because I mean, it's a hell of a lot of oracle decks, and I don't even know how people even choose out there, and you don't even really know I mean, intuitively you do know, you know, some people will get a deck and it's like, oh, I'm not really resonating with this, but I'd rather try the spirit first before I try the deck and then have to find out on the back end that, you know, I'm not really in sync with that spirit so much. I can definitely vouch for the synergy with at least those that I've already spoken of, and maybe some that I'm actually missing in terms of product, like actual decks that they have that I want, and that you can definitely look forward to me sharing in the space. So if you're looking forward to any of that, you know, feel free to donate to the channel to expand your spiritual experience as well. The Cash App is DaneeDivine, just like the name of the channel. Nothing too hard, and I'm in a blue dress with an afro, just like I am in my profile picture on here. It's a different angle of the picture, but it's me. It's definitely me. I just took that picture quite some time ago, and I haven't really taken any good ones like that I feel are profile appropriate since, if you can believe that or not. A lot happened in my life between that picture and now, but to that point, it's definitely time, because my hair is like, I don't know, maybe like 10 times longer, as you can see. Like my hair has grown a great deal from an afro to now like the middle of my back at this point. So the picture is not quite as honestly representative of my true image, but in spirit, that's definitely still me, very Foxy Brown-esque. So anyway, all that to say that if you travel on over to my Cash App, that's how you'll know that it's definitely me, you know, the DaneeDivine. And that picture, no numbers, no nothing, just DaneeDivine, just in case there are any frauds out there, which I wouldn't be surprised, because it would have been easy to snatch my profile picture off of any of my old social media sites when they were up and to erect their own operation. So I wouldn't put it past the frauds out there, but you'll know it's me. All right. So anyway, without further ado, because certainly I have adoed it quite a bit, here is the new deck, and let's see what we got. Like, I'm struggling just to keep it together. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I don't know how this is reflecting, you know, because of the light and you know, the reflection on the cards with the foil. So I hope that you, let me just bring it up a little bit. If you're not familiar with these types of cards, like, let's look how pretty that is. Like, it's already pretty with the gold foiling, but then the color behind the foiling, it's just so much more detailed, and it makes me happy. It really does. What would also make me happy, or what does, let me not say what does make me happy, is to start with this Ace of Pentacles, because the Ace of Pentacles is a big gift, a big offer, something exciting coming through, whether it be a windfall of abundance, it could be a proposal of sorts, maybe not particularly in the love department, but maybe even a professional proposal, like a new job offer, what else, what do you call it, promotion, you know, or some type of increase in salary. It could be a big deal, you know, that a big contract that you are privy to in some way, shape, or form. It could be a lot of things, but it's definitely, I like to call it like the infinite seed. You know, it comes in as one thing, perhaps even unexpectedly, whether it be in the size or the magnitude of it, or just the nature of it itself, or even the timing of it. Since it's pentacle energy, the timing of it is surprising, but it's something that can be infinitely expanded. Like, whatever it is, it has even more potential than what it presents itself to be at face value. So we definitely love that. And it's of divine nature, so it's something that more or less you can trust. Like, pretty much with the aces, you can't, it's not really too much this or that when it comes to the aces, because it's something, you know, it's like, as some readers say, it's the helping hand of the Most High. So it's something that comes from a high ordinance, supreme source, the universe, more or less you being attractive in this regard to receive it, of course. But even in the, like I said, in the magnitude of it all, you could never guess or prepare yourself for how great of an opportunity or a blessing it may be. So that's a hell of a way to start, right? I'm loving that. All right, so I'm gonna have to try to shuffle a bit more aggressively than you're used to me doing, because otherwise I just think these cards are just gonna slide all over the place. So as I try to figure out the best way to go about this, again, bear with me, okay? All right. All right. Wow, another ace. Yes, come through. And see, I can't just like grip them off like I used to. I know. I'm gonna be talking until I don't have to talk no more. Because this is new for me. Even the size of these cards, I think these might be the biggest ones that I've ever had. Pause. My biggest ones, I think, are like the size of the inside of this barrier here. So even that is something to get used to. And speaking of which, Ace of Wands, speaking of biggest I've ever had. Let's not pause on that if you don't mind, okay? Because what you would want is a proposal from somebody that's packing. Oh, or shall I say, just has a lot to offer. Okay, like, okay, let's keep it clean, right? Like, it has a lot to offer. This is, man, I mean, this is like financial windfall. This is the opportunity, the creativity. What is that? Let's get another one with that. Let's see where else we're going with that. Oops. Okay, I'm losing it. Hold on. Hold on. Stand by. Maybe this one says, you about to keep shuffling on me? Like, what more you need to see? You right about that, man. You right about that. What's that? 7 of Cups. All right, let's give it another whirl. That's the other thing I was afraid of. The cards suddenly falling all damn over the place. Well, this is the Page of Swords, and he kind of landed upside down, if I'm honest. I mean, not kind of, but actually. So I'm going to put him over to the side because I feel like that's somebody that's trying to get information on this, and they're not able to. Like, they want to know, somebody's trying to get the drop on when this is coming in, where it's coming in, what it is. And it's like, hell, you don't even know yet. For real, you know, here's somebody on the sidelines waiting to, I love how the colors are reflecting though. I hope that picks up. Oh, it's so beautiful. You don't even know. And somebody on the other side is like, what she got over there? What they about to do? What big move they about to make? What job offers coming? What money or they may think you already got something just based off of your projection of energy alone, and they're trying to see what's the source of it all. That makes even more sense. If they don't know for sure that you already have it, they're wondering when it's coming for you or what you so happy about, what you so excited about. Because to some people, especially those that mind everybody else's business but their own, they feel like only tangible things could be the source of joy and peace and love and happiness overall. Like, clearly nothing intangible or even the expectation alone could be so satisfying that it would already be projecting off of you. But lo and behold, when you are a magnetic match for such vibrations as this, which is like, you know, the highest that you can really attract to yourself, it comes from a personal presence already, you know, like, well, basically what I'm saying is if this is already a possibility, then you would have had to embody that presence. That's what I really mean to say. So it actually does, it is a cart before the horse type of frequency where you would already be in the energy of having high expectations, be cultivating genius creativity, like look into, and what I mean by that is like your creativity is high level. It's not just limited to what suits you and what satisfies you, but you have big ideas that you know are universally impactful, or at least expansively impactful. Let's put it like that, so that it doesn't feel too big or too small. Like, it expands beyond just you. You know, that business idea, that t-shirt company, that hell, let's not even make it about business, although it's pretty, you know, it's pretty strong here with the Pentacle and the Ace of Wands. This is like compensation and the seed, maybe even the capital for the manifestation of a very big idea, like something greatly impactful. But whatever it may be, it's the execution of excellence with more than you in mind. And that's why Spirit wants to pour out on energies that project that in the first place, because it's known that whatever it is that you receive will be well sown. Bars. you know? Whereas some people are just looking for their next lick, but not looking to do really anything productive with it, even once they get it, or looking to see what other people are getting to either infringe upon it, steal it, you know, copy it. That's definitely giving me those vibes there. Copy and paste, especially in terms of the Ace of Wands with creativity, ideas, well, not so much information, passion, power, even looking to see what they can siphon off of that, whether it be in a energetic form or an actual material form, or just, I mean, you know what? And somebody did say this the other day, and that's really true, that sometimes it's not even a matter of people looking for the purposes of manipulation or just doing something, you know, something negative with the information that they collect or observe. Some people are just curious. They just want to know what you're doing and how you're doing it. And in that regard, with such big energies on the board, they would be well within their rights to be curious, of course, like to be inspired, as a matter of fact. However, given this fell on the ground, it's like somebody's basically falling on the floor, like losing their own footing, their own position, trying to figure out what's going on with you when they clearly have other things, more important things to be mindful about, that they're not paying attention to, you know, much more to care about in their own regard than what you got going on or not. Let's see what that is. I can't afford not to take cards even if they don't. And I love how that moved over here, though, how it flipped over here. I might actually keep it there. Yeah, you know what? We're going to be unconventional with this reading because, hell, I don't know. I don't know how these cards is going to make it for the long haul, but they so pretty. So pretty. So we got the Moon card, right? Exactly my point. Now, they don't want it to be known that they watching. But they watching. But what it's also given with the Moon card is, like I said, while they're watching, they're missing vital information. Like something might be happening right up under their nose while they're trying to get intel on things that are out of their jurisdiction over here. Meanwhile, there's some matters that need to be attended to, but because they're not focused, because the Page of Swords could be an observer, someone that gathers information, or actually more or less carries information, because the pages are messengers, but you would have had to have gathered it or received it from some place. This is somebody that's either, oh, I just heard that too, like their channel is blocked. Oh. And now with the Moon, it's more mystic. So intuitively speaking, they don't have a clear channel to things that they probably don't need to have a clear channel to, but things that they probably are used to having a clear channel to, i.e. you and what your business is doing. And by business, I mean the matters of you, not specifically business, but your life, you know, or somebody else's life, or some other things that's not them. Because either way you splice it, in the upright or otherwise, the Page of Swords is definitely someone that's observing from a distance and that is looking to either extract information or carry information or deliver a message in some way, shape, or form. So this is somebody that's not able to see, that doesn't have the intel they used to have, or that is receiving mixed messages. That could also be with the Moon. Like their downloads are all distorted. Ooh. Their intuition is like off, not trustworthy at all. But it seems like they don't even know it though, because the Page of Swords reverse is like sheer ignorance. I mean, it's already the page, which is like kid-like energy. But now in the reverse, that's like somebody don't know what the hell is going on. You know, they don't know what they're hearing. They may not even know what they're saying. Maybe somebody just saying anything, hoping it sticks. Or they may be receiving mixed messages from sources that are not trustworthy with the moon card here. And they're receiving it as truth, or, you know, as something, what do you call it? As credible, and it's not. Or they could also be spreading information, i.e. lies. It could be all of the above with somebody in this reversal energy. But they could also be spreading information, spreading lies or narratives that are false as well. That's interesting. Meanwhile, this is what's really going on, but they may have a whole nother story, perhaps because they can't see what's going on, or because their interpretation, maybe even perhaps from their perspective, their skewed perspective, or like, because remember I said, like, people that feel like material things are the motivation and the matter of life, their perspective is already skewed. It's distorted, you know, as would be things in the moonlight. So it could be what they're extracting from what they see or what they think they know, or it just could be somebody straight up lying, like straight up making up stories. Ooh, look at that. I may not say, ooh, the Chariot. All right, I bet I take all of these, but I'm definitely going to look at that. There's the Chariot card. This is going to sully up my little clean system and and structures I like to have. But we gonna keep rocking with it, and y'all gonna keep rolling with me, right? Right. And I love how I put this down to the side over here anyway, right? In the reverse. It didn't come out that way though. So yeah, here we go. With somebody, what they doing? Looking to carry information, like ambitiously too. So this is somebody that's like ambitious with their lies and their deception. Who are they trying to get over on though? And to me, it's given that there's some ulterior motive here with the Knight of Wands. There's like a lustful nature to this ambition. Like they get off. Oh, okay. They get off on it. They get off on the lies, the manipulation, or they're just extremely lustful for information to use against someone, to create some type of corruption with that Seven of Swords against someone. All in a concealed manner, because like I said, they don't want to be known. This is all behind the scenes in the dark, you know. For some ambition to move forward though, because this is also what came out, for some forward motion, unless that truly does belong over here, it may, but we already know that both of these energies, even this one in the reverse, are headed to the left, where the Chariot is facing forward. It's in a position to actually move forward, move ahead, like to be victorious, whereas these two, you know, for all intents and purposes, are moving backwards. Even the Page of Swords is. So either way, they're still missing the mark. too many. Let's see what we got here. Oh, hell no, this is way too many, but let's just see. Four of Swords, somebody being laid to rest. Nine of Pentacles, or they want to lay someone's independence to rest. With the Nine of Pentacles, yeah, and absorb it for themselves. So these gifts and things, like somebody who's been trying to figure out a way to well, they're trying to figure out a way to gain some type of control or hold on what? Yet another ace, some level of prosperity, perhaps even now a love offer in addition to this pentacle, this Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, or to block someone's happiness. Like I said earlier, like looking like, what the hell you got to be, so what you so happy for? I got all these pentacles. You know, like, well, in this case, I was going to say, you ain't got shit. Maybe they ain't got shit, and they looking at you with all this potential. Or remember, I said this is potential. It may not have even arrived yet, but this is the energy, attractive force of what now becomes made manifest by way of the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, and even eventually the Ace of Cups as well. Someone that's already independent, secure in their own being, you know, that uses their time wisely, that minds their own business, you know, or at least minds the business that pays them. That's this energy here. That's why good things can attract to that vibration, to that force. Not to those that are looking to hit a lick or get all up in somebody else, or just even just copy or infringe upon, you know the type, you know the energy. I don't have to elaborate, but this is somebody that's trying to hold on for dear life for an opportunity to just completely. But the thing about it is that this is what's funny, right? Is that, like I said, people thinking that money makes all the matter. Maybe to them, but not to everybody. Yes, indeed, money is definitely an asset, you know, and it matters in the 3D world as long as it's the currency that we're bartering with or trading with, right? However, it's not all that matters, and that's where somebody got it effed up. Is that they think the more withholding they can be or intrusive they can be to someone else's prosperity, not realizing that they're already prosperous. Because the Nine of Pentacles doesn't even necessarily mean material gain. It just means satisfaction and security and stability. That could look like many different things, but it depends on the perspective of the person that is holding that space. To in the grand scheme of things, the Four of Pentacles, she could have 4 physical pentacles and be living in, I'm sorry, the Nine of Pentacles. She could have 4 pentacles in her possession, but be living in the Nine of Pentacles vibration. Like, I need for nothing. I'm good. Like, I'm satisfied, you know, and that would be the magnification for more, the magneticism for more. But this person who thinks that that's where happiness comes from, it's funny that they're trying to withhold it in one way and wondering why their persistence is failing to yield what they intended, like to inflict upon someone either an ending or to be, you know, disappointed and dissatisfied with life as they clearly are, to even be engaged in this foolishness. But that's not the case, because that's not the matter of measurement for whomever the intended target is. So hence why the disappointment, and also hence why it's being stopped and blocked to the point here where now they can't see shit. Now you don't know, it's given somebody would want to. That's probably why narratives are being made up, or they may be turned into certain mystic mediums, people, places, or things, however that gets to be, for information, because they want to know if in fact it's not some physical manifestation of what they deem to be the measure of happiness or at least satisfaction, then what the hell is it then? And why don't I have it? Or how can I stop it and block it? Which ultimately is a matter of, as it truly is with the Page of Swords, but definitely for the Seven of Swords, how can I have it for myself? And here's the Hermit card that's really like, we're going to stop you right there and point you in the right direction. If you're willing to go, this is not the way. If you were interested, the way that you're going is not the way to it. And that interruption at this point in time can perhaps not be so graceful or gracious, I should say, as what I'm presenting it to be. That stoppage could, with the Hermit card, could actually be ancestors, their own or otherwise, especially if it's a matter of people mystically trying to pierce into, like, let's get into it in the mysticism of it all. Somebody trying to either astral project or to scry into another person's presence, whether it be to see what they're doing, what they have come, even to their future, to see what's coming, what they currently are in possession of, you know, this and that, but they're out of jurisdiction with it, and it's with malintent. So now ancestral and angelic assemblies have the authority to intercede and to, as I said, put a block and a halt to these interferences, or to just turn somebody around altogether. It could even be their own ancestors trying to tell them, like, maybe that's why I'm saying it's so nice, because their own ancestral guidance is trying to tell them, like, yo, man, you're doing too much. This is where you need to focus. If you want to move forward, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you need to wake up and pay attention. Somebody is asleep spiritually. Like, knock the fuck out. And the whole universe has been trying to, once the ancestors start making their presence known, then you know that's just like the transmission of Supreme Source, you know, coming in a familiar form to maybe give you the nudge that you need to really one yourself, as we say. So once it goes that far now, you know you done stepped on too many toes spiritually. Well, let's see what else we got. Okay. I'm getting a lot of heavy weight on this side of the board. It's like, this is where the party at. But I guess that's the energy, that this is the intel that they want to draw in. Like, what's this person got going on? It don't matter. You could know all, you could know. It's still not going to help your situation at all at this point, and that's the delusion of it all. That's why somebody is all upside down, because they feel like the knowledge is the key. Just the information alone is all they need to make something shake. And you see the clear separation here. It's like they're trying to draw the intel into them, but they're not even in the position with this Page of Swords in the reverse. They're not even in the position to really even know what's what if it did come to them. It's like, that's what I'm getting with the distorted channel. It's like, shoot, I just heard something like, the ancestors may be distorting the line, or whatever the intangible transmissions are. Because it could, with the Hermit card, it could be ancestors, it could be way showers, guides, it could be angels. Hell, it could be their own internal voice or projector that they're not hearing correctly, you know, obviously with the reversal card here that fell on the floor at that. So the distortion, I feel like it is spiritual interference as to why it's distorted, but that's because that's the magneticism, that's the magnetic frequency that they are exerting, you know. They are distorted, so therefore you're not going to get no clear information on somebody at this point in time. For what? So that you could go jack them or hurt them or steal or lie about what they, you know. It's like you've probably done enough damage as it is as to why you're in this position anyway. So spirit is not going to support you on your quest to know anything but the way to your own healing at this point. So we got 2 of Cups on the board, which is definitely like some type of contracts, consideration for contracts that will be balanced. Like that did turn upside down, but I'm not going to take it upside down in this regard because I know that these cards are just a slippery slope. And it's, you know, did a little spinsy anyway. But regardless, you know, even if this was a matter of it being in reverse as well, that's the imbalance that is intended upon even, okay, that's the projection that wants to be manifested onto these partnerships of equal opportunity, of two people being on the same page, sharing the same emotions, sharing the same feelings, balanced partnerships and contracts and agreements, things that are fair, things that would manifest great opportunities and a wonderful harvest. The energy of projection would be to create an inverted expression of that, where it's not an equal give and take. It's imbalance, and there's some breadcrumbing going on, and there's a raw. Perhaps that's what they wish for. This is their wish and their hope to be. Yeah, this is the lustfulness here, to insert themselves into this very prosperous connection of sorts, or anyone, probably so opportunistic that it would probably be a matter of anyone. But if there is an ideal partnership in mind, it would be for the purposes of taking more than what they're offering ultimately. And it's a partnership, perhaps in particular, is being identified because it is upright in this way organically, to be something that would yield a balanced and equal exchange. As they say, thieves don't rob empty houses, right? This is the potential and the this is the vitality of a partnership such as this. It's like when somebody sees how much of a great investment you are, ultimately that's what it's given. An opportunity and an investment, maybe even a cash cow, whether it be by way of some gift or service or actual business that you have, or some fortune that you already possess or are in line for, or because of the great potential of your ideas and your creativity to manifest. Not to mention the love vibes, because we already saw the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups as well. So somebody knows that it's just an overflow. When it comes to you, there would be no end. And they want in. That's why they scheming. Trying to see how they can benefit. All right, what's that? Is that the Hierophant? That better not be the Hierophant. Oh no. It's the Wheel of Fortune. There's the fortune right there. They see what you packing. Like I said, somebody has a lot to offer. It is not going unnoticed, and it doesn't go without saying that have a baby by you, baby, and be a millionaire. Take that as it resonates, ladies, men, whatever the case may be, and not even a human. to just be in partnership with someone this fertile, that's literally attracting the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, which popped in and popped out, the Wheel of Fortune, somebody that's fair and balanced and that knows how to level up, you know, to give just as much as they receive. That's knows the value of spiritual justice is what this is giving me over here. That is a jackpot situation indeed with the Wheel of Fortune. Jackpot personified. That might be the title of this message. You are the jackpot personified. And somebody wants to cash in. Bad. What is that? Look at that little monitoring spirit. Now, I ain't seen no gnats or flies or nothing in here, and I don't know how long. See what I'm saying? Scrying. Scrying and spying. Don't have no business up in my reading. Let's see what else we got. Well, we got some new cards, so, you know, they got to see what's popping. So, yeah, here's the entitlement piece here. They want in. They want in. They know that it's the opportunity of a lifetime to be in partnership with. And what I was saying is, I don't know if I finished the statement when I said it doesn't even have to be a baby. It could just be your ideas. It could just be your intuition with that Ace of, hold on, this thing is flying around. Beat it. It could be your intuition, you know. But you know what's interesting is given, because the Ace of Cups didn't quite come out, right? It's given that somebody might want to monopolize off of your intuition in a very, you know, cynical way or sinister way. But they don't really want you to have access to that either. That's why it's not on the board quite yet. These are the tangible things. It's like somebody would want to hear that disruption and distortion. They would want to cause that within you so that you probably couldn't see them coming. That's what it is. You couldn't see their true motives, because if your spidey senses are on, your emotional intelligence, you would see the scammer coming a mile away. You would feel them in your presence, and the advance wouldn't really get too far. So this is somebody that's really doing double duty, not just if they know you got something cooking, they know there's some good fortune coming your way, even if they don't know what it is or when it is, or if it already is. But they definitely want to be, not only do they want to be a part of it, if they can't be a part of it, they want to be able to stop it and block it, and they want to do it in a way where they are not exposed or revealed to be the culprit. They want to be able to get away with it scot-free. And it's just not going down like that. It's like you against the universe, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is only going to dish out what you deserve. So if you ain't put in on this, man, you ain't getting none of this, man. Like, it don't work like that. You would have had to have put something in on it, even if you get more out, at least seemingly, because that's what Jupiter does with the Wheel of Fortune. Is like bigger return than you even realized or even expected to receive, but you still had to put something in. Otherwise, I mean, and I was going to say, like, you know, sometimes we can liken the Wheel of Fortune to like winning the lottery. But even with that, you still had to buy the ticket. You still had to choose the numbers. You still had to get up and go to the store. You know, like, you had to do something to gain the win. And yes, it's far, if you're playing a $2 scratch off and you win $500,000, then hell, that's a great disparity of work and win, surely. But you still wouldn't have gotten it if you didn't do something for it. And this is somebody that they don't really want to do much for a win. They want to either be able to collect off of somebody else's win, or I don't even know, like fabricate their own in some type of way. And I don't think the fabrication is quite working out like it used to, which is why now it's this insistence to get it how somebody else lives. Sadly mistaken. This ain't the season for that no more. Not with the karmic wheel out here. If anything, you're just adding more of a depreciation to the value of the karma you already going to receive for having that mentality anyway. Yeah, somebody, they really want to be the kingpin, but you gotta be the kingpin to be the kingpin. You know, like even if we talking about diabolical work, the kingpin is the one that takes the risks for the organization. He's willing to stick his neck out to gain the connects, to, you know, and we're talking, of course, in a lower frequency, right? But me saying the kingpin is what's triggering that. It's the one that's willing, you know, to put his life on the line, ultimately, to build the organization to a certain caliber. And they more than likely started off small, maybe as a corner boy or maybe even a lookout. If they, I don't think things like that. They may, I don't know. I'm, you know, you know, back in my day, that's how you used to start out. You might be a lookout as a young person, and then eventually you on the corner, and then eventually some type of lieutenant of sorts, and then eventually you got your own connect, and then you know, you got your own territory. And of course, I'm saying all this very low vibrationally, but even in the upright, you know, it's like there's levels to this. Somebody wants to skip straight past go to the Ace of Pentacles, like that's where they belonged all along. And it's like, no, you don't get to reap the benefits, the gifts and rewards of somebody that was willing to put their life on the line legitimately, fearlessly to some degree, maybe to every degree, to build something lasting. Because that's what the King of Pentacles really is in the upright. You know, it's somebody that is of high value. They have a strong, stable foundation. You can depend on them. They got skin in the game, longevity, like a history, like especially if it's a businessman, they have a strong professional portfolio, you know, not just somebody, you know, that well trusted. You could trust their word. You would want to get into business with them, or, you know, like their reputation precedes them. This is not that. Yeah, this is not that. Let's see what else we got. That was the Page of Cups that flipped in and flipped out. Okay. We got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I don't know what he's protecting. Or maybe somebody is protecting. Or this is either somebody that's now vulnerable and needing to protect themselves. I just heard like they ran away on the plug. Or ran away with the plug. Or on the plug. I think it's on the plug. And then here with the Chariot card. Yeah, so this is somebody that, okay, because remember I said this seemed like somebody that got their own issues that they need to attend to, but they too busy worrying about counting somebody else's pockets or blessings in this case. And here's the Chariot card. That's the police. On that ass. It's like the police are watching the whole scope, where he's only looking in one direction, and also over here trying to scheme and scam on this direction. But whole time the police or some intel, some agent of sorts, or somebody that has authority is watching. It's given like somebody wanted to be the kingpin so bad that they were willing to work. That's why I was talking about those lower vibrations, because somebody was willing to do anything. And it may not have been drug dealing. It could have been something else, but whatever it is, it's pretty much earned him the surveillance of forces that are pretty much within their jurisdiction to rectify these wrongs, if you know what I mean. I.e., the police are watching. And at this point in time, it's like he's vulnerable, but maybe he's even fighting against the wrong things. That's what I'm getting, because they over here, he's over here. He's fighting against the wrong, like fighting against energies that may or may not even be the enemy, unless this is within his own camp. Meanwhile, this is a 7 and a 7 too. Ooh, and then the 7 of 777. Yeah, somebody thinking they coming up on the jackpot, but they being watched. They about to get jacked of their damn freedom at this point. Or maybe just jacked in general. Maybe somebody watching and plotting on them. Okay. Let me just look at this real quick. See, yeah, look at this. The 3 of Wands. That's a plot and a plan. And here's the backfire. It's all in spiritual alignment. It's all fair. And then here's the Queen of Swords. I don't know what the Queen of Swords is here for, but it could be some type of female agent, or just somebody that has a stake in making some type of decisions. Yeah, and here's information here. That's the drop right there. Here's the 7. Here's the 8 of Wands. It's like they don't even see what's coming to them. And it's also like fair game too with the Queen of Swords here. It's like whatever repercussions that are on the way are about to hit so hard, so fast and furious, that this person, he ain't even gonna know what hit him. He's not even prepared to truly protect himself in the manner in which he really needs to, because his focus with that Ace of Pentacles is on the pentacle that ain't even his. Let's get a few more and then we out here. I think it's death to the cute little, maybe not. Maybe as I get used to it. I was going to say the cute little formations on the table. Hopefully soon I'll have a much bigger space to work with too, so I won't have to worry about that. Oh, let me see what that is. Over there again. The King of Cups. Now we've seen the King of Cups. What's the King of Cups looking at? Oh, that was almost 6 of Wands. King of Cups don't want to share no emotions per usual. They don't want it to be known what they're looking at, what their objective is. That was almost a 6 of Wands again. Let's see. Not this man trying to act like, oh, this seems like this. So, child. This is what I'm saying. Because while he over here fronting, trying to present himself to be a viable love, what did I say over here? Someone trying to assert themselves into this partnership as if they would be a viable match, you know, a prime candidate, presenting themselves as a loving person. And that's hence why they're vulnerable right now, because it's somebody that's putting on every type of mask, or would want to be able, or at least has the mind to, that's plotting to put on every type of mask possible to try to forge their way into this opportunistic situation. And it's like somebody seeing, this is a single lady here with the 9 of Pentacles, somebody seeing a prime target, like, oh, she's single. I know she must be desperate for love and for union at this point, like trying to present themselves as some type of Don Juan. It's like, man, like almost looking at this person as if they would be naive to, as I said, maybe somebody doesn't realize they don't realize the potential of your intuition or just your spiritual senses, to think that you would somehow overlook the true vitality of which they're coming in, which is more so the 7 of Wands than it is anything, because they're not even really a true King of Pentacles. They want to be a King of Pentacles, presenting themselves with the mask of the King of Cups, like, I love you, I care about you, yeah, we on the same page, I want to take care of you, you know, sweet nothings, you know, that type of energy, emotional manipulation, to ultimately just to have access to this secret garden in spirit and in truth. They want to be the ones to be the beneficiary of all of this goodness and godness that's either happened, is going to happen, or I should say either happened, is happening, or is going to happen for someone that is just getting along quite well without anyone. Here with the 9 of Pentacles, that's really not too pressed about partnership either way. But this is I always say, like, this is the best position to be in at the 9 of Pentacles, because that's the attractive force of partnership. When you're not really pressed about it, you're not really looking for it, but you're open to whatever the possibility in its purest form might be, just not desperate to take any old thing. And that's what I'm saying, like the miscalculations over here with this intuition, the channel is just distorted. It's a whole bunch of static, white noise. Somebody just doesn't get it. They're just relentless enough, maybe even delusional enough to believe that whatever charm or whatever it is that they're offering would be impactful enough. Yeah, like impactful enough to just change the situation in their favor. But it's like somebody's taken for granted the true essence of their intended target. The 9 of Pentacles is a very unassuming energy. It's very powerful. she just looks like she's just off in la la land and, you know, doesn't know what's going on the outside world. And her, you know, her garden is open to the public, and all are welcome type of energy. She's all by herself, so you assume that she's vulnerable. You assume that she would need particularly some masculine support or security. And it's like, how do you think she got there? She got there on the strength of her own faith. That's what a lot of people don't know about the Nine of Pentacles, is that what precedes it is a spiritual wealth first. The physicality, the materialism of her prosperity comes on account of that spiritual prosperity. That Ace of Cups, that not only do they not see clearly or once again revere properly, because they don't see that for themselves, they also don't want this person to tap into it on account that they may just actually see who they are. So that's the real ambition and the trickery here, to really try to beef up as much projection of a lie, you know, a fraud, like presenting yourself as this valiant chariot official when you really just the Knight of Pentacles, wanting to rock out with your cock out, literally. You know, like, no, it's not going down. Let me just get one more. Do I want to close with one more? Sure, why not? One more shuffle. Oh, jeez. All right, one more. Now, if I don't get any cards, then I know I don't need to. And we'll just see what's on the top and the bottom. I don't even know what that was, but I wish I'd seen it. All right, let's see what we got on the bottom. The Fool card, of course. Yeah, and I feel like this is definitely twofold. It's the foolish behavior of this person that just clearly is just lost, and they're willing to just jump out. It's a leap of faith in this direction to try to insert themselves, but it's not a wise one. This is not the full energy as it is in the upright, and well, in the highest frequency, where somebody is just willing to throw caution to the wind and excited for a new leg of a journey or a new opportunity. You know, it's not that. It may be that for this energy here that is, oh, somebody was loud. Jeez, that shook me. That's somebody's natural voice outside. That perhaps is about to embark on a new journey of prosperity with the Wheel of Fortune, of independence, of blessings and windfalls and new opportunities. You know, this is the energy of someone that's excited to see where life is taking them in a very reasonable sense, because there's much to look forward to. The adverse is somebody that is delusionally looking forward to something that they're not even privy to. So we got two different energies here. And then here's the King of Wands. What's the King of Wands talking about? Damn, I can't even do like I usually do. Is this yet another mask? Is that what I'm sensing? Look at all these kings. The only one that didn't show his face is the King of Swords. I don't think it did it? No, it was the Queen of Swords. Honestly, I feel like it could absolutely be the King of Swords, the King of Wands in the upright that's excited to, is double fold as well. That's what I'm getting. It's like, it could be the King of Wands in the upright that is the master of his creativity, that's willing to take this wand, by the balls, so to speak, and just build beautiful things with it, to harvest those seeds and then replant them over and over again. That literally is just empowered by his passion. That's confident, that's courageous, that's all these amazing things. It's certainly that. And even if it's not in the masculine form, it could even just be the very pronounced and proactive projection of those characteristics, even as a feminine, But I also feel like, I also feel like it's what someone would ideally want to be. Like, this is what they're after, to have this ultimate creativity, this power at their fingertips, this projection of confidence and courage and boldness and charisma. And, the King of Wands is a highly attractive force, spiritually and physically. This is somebody's true desire of persona or projection to be, if not the emperor himself. But it's like, if we're just talking about kings here alone, that's what somebody's really desiring to be, to have the affluence of the King of Pentacles, to have the finesse of the King of Cups, and have the power of the King of Wands. Meanwhile, the King of Swords, who would be the most honorable and authentic, in the upright of all the kings, is nowhere to be found, miraculously, because none of these inflections is the truth, because someone isn't even willing to cultivate himself truly in this regard, to be, like I said about the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, you have to be the match you have to be the vibration for what you're magnetizing. It's not just a matter of, it's like somebody just wake up one day and decide, you know what, I'm gonna be the King of Wands today. And they put on all the garb, the costume, the rings, they got the staff, and that, got the whole get up from costumes.com. But they don't have the power. That's the difference. Here it is. Thank you, Spirit. It's foolish, because you can put on all the airs, literally the airs of regality and prestige and affluence and all of that good stuff. But if you don't truly possess the power, eventually you're going to be exposed. And that's where this person is headed ultimately. They're really finna be exposed for who they truly are and who they truly are not. Or perhaps even what they've been, if not exalting themselves to be, definitely parading themselves to be. It's given the emperor's new clothes, literally. Like, yeah, look at me. It's like somebody that's what it is. Because it's somebody that thinks they're still wielding this power of unlimited creativity and all those amazing things that I said, because they've been playing the game for so long that they actually believe their own act. But lo and behold, it's like everybody's looking at them like a damn fool. Like the emperor didn't really have on clothes. Everybody's looking at you like, you ain't him. Like, you ain't nowhere near him. You couldn't be him on your best day, as a matter of fact. And what people don't see, because who really cares, is like the spirit knows. This is somebody that thinks foolish enough that they can actually finesse the spirit into like acclaiming some fortune or some rites of passage that they have no access to whatsoever. No keys for, no character for, nothing. They don't have the power. And hence why I'm saying it's like, this could be spiritual, where they're being watched more than they even realize. And it's like you protecting yourself against the wrong things, when meanwhile the spirit sees all. And you're about to be exposed, if you haven't been already, to the point of no return, where you will have no choice but to go literally get your life or get the hell on somewhere. So this person's about to fall off the cliff and they don't even realize it. Now in the upright, when you're privy to a new beginning, the spirit will catch you. You could step off of the edge and you will be coddled till your foot hits ground on the next step. Or you may walk on air or walk on water if that's what the spirit supports you to do. But that's because of the integrity of your faith. Not somebody delusional in their what do you call it? Like delusional in their fraudulence is the only word that I can even think of right now. In their impersonation. And that's why I'm saying, like, the intel is all off. It's maybe somebody feels they have a certain level of support. Like I said, like the ancestors, something's being projected and it's distorted, where somebody thinks they have more clearance, more support, and more intel, or the wrong intel, than they actually do. And they finna fall on their face if they don't smarten up real fast. Because one thing about it, the King of Wands and his true authentic energy is one of one. You will never meet two of the same type in that vitality, because they don't even want to be like anything or anyone else. That fire energy, it's unique all on its own. It doesn't copy. It's not a copy paste situation. Sometimes it's too much, and certainly there's no competition and comparison in that regard. But authentically speaking, it is its own unique expression. And just as eventually it's like somebody perpetrating a fraud to be the man in these streets, and people, like I said, looking at them like, no, you're not. But the spirit sees that even before human eyes do. So then it really comes down to, like, who are we fooling here? If the streets is watching and they know what you give, and the spirit been pulled your coattail, who's left? Who is left to influence with the lie? It really becomes a hot-ass delusional mess. So I don't even get it. It's beyond foolishness at that point, But anyway, so that's the message with the new cards. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for listening and watching. Again, be patient with me. I definitely like the freedom of just, seeing how they fall. So that's probably going to be it. I'll move them around as I feel guided. And you're just going to have to rock with me or not. You just are. So in any event, thank you for listening and watching this time. And until next, as always, I leave you with peace.